To enter data that you've gathered on the farm, you go to this form. So first thing, of course, you harvest your calorie and compost crops. Next, and you do this on the farm, you're going to fill in the information on the clipboards next to the scale at the harvest table for each of the crops that you have harvested. And then, when time permits, you will go to Mr. Stewart's website, click on the SustAg links, and find right here the Harvest Data Entry link. When you click that, it'll take you here. And then you just need to go back and forth between the data that has been entered on paper and the form. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing we want to do is enter the first line. And we have the date, the bed number from which it came. So this was July 20th. The bed was A12. And the crop, artichoke. I can remember those things, so I'm going to go ahead and write those in. July 20th. The bed was A12. And the crop name, artichoke. All right. The next bit of information that we're looking for is information about the crops themselves. So here we go. We see that the artichoke was 0.34 pounds, and it is a calorie crop. In other words, we're going to eat it. It's not a compost crop. Okay, so I'm going to go back here, and I see for calorie crop, I need to enter right here, 0.34. I do not type in pounds. That's already known. And this is not a compost crop, so I do need to let the form know that, and I give it a 0. I don't have any additional observations. The harvester, I remember that, Monica. And then I'm Mr. Stewart, so I'll just go ahead and write me as the person completing that. I'll now click Submit. And that has been recorded. And I want to continue to submit responses because, check this out, I've got more data to enter. For example, this information about kale from bed A11. So I'll go here. This was on the 20th of July. The bed was A11. The crop was kale. And how much kale did I get? Well, it looks like I got 0.38 pounds, and it is a calorie crop. 0.38 goes under calorie crop. If it were a compost crop, I'd put it there, but this is not a compost crop. So I enter a 0. No additional observations were noted. Monica and Mr. Stewart entered it, and I will submit it. And that's the basic process. Now, of course, I would continue with this for the cucumber and the squash and any others that were on my sheet. Please be systematic and make sure you do not skip items. Go in order. To make sure you're done, what you need to do is go back to the form, and on there is a link. If you click this link, it'll bring you to the harvest data that has been compiled. And here I need to go and check and make sure everything looks correct, just like it was on the clipboard. So I might need to toggle back and forth just to double check. Yes, it does look okay. I do want to point out on this spreadsheet, there's also other information, for example, past years, as well as a totaling, a compilation of all the crop data that has been gathered in previous years and then the upcoming year as well. So that's somewhat interesting, potentially. But this is the key bit for this video. Again, today we've talked about how to enter harvest data online. Please contact Mr. Stewart if you have questions. Thanks for listening.